because we are all source, and my belief is that source is unconditional love.
Yes.
We all have love in us and around us all the time.
Yes.
It's just that the things that traumatize us, and
Yes.
and the shadow is kind of like dirt on windows. The more of it you get, the less of the love you see existing all the time. So I honestly think in many ways it's not a question of is there love, it's whether or not I can clear what's in the way of experiencing what's always there.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
We've used the word love about 50 times now. It's a very complex word that, like God or like soul or spirit, there's an endless number of perceived meanings for that. When you use the word love, what does it mean to you? What are you actually saying with that word?
So it's easy sometimes to get very esoteric and define love as the consciousness and all that is, and love is in everything and everyone, and there is truth in that.
Yes.
But I describe it and I defined it as love is not a feeling. Love is a way of being. Love is a way of being. Because if we understand it's a way of being, then we can understand that expressions of love arise out of our beingness.
Yes.
So if I am the beingness of love, what arises out of me without trying, organically, naturally, are things like compassion, patience, surrender. Those are expressions or things that arise out of love naturally.
Yeah.
Wisdom, power arises out of love. If I am not the beingness of love right now, what arises out of me? Harm, judgment, shame, separation, sexism, racism.
Yes.
On all varying levels.
Yeah.
So if we remember love isn't a feeling. Now, the feeling I love, like I love you. We say that, right? We say, oh, I have a feeling of love for you. That's because that feeling is arising out of the beingness of love.
Yes.
Love itself is not an emotion. It isn't a feeling.
Yeah.
So I usually don't define things in the program that I teach as, the consciousness in everything and all that is, it is. But people can't relate to that. They don't then understand how they are love or are not love. So the beingness of love is something that exists inside of you, that when you heal your programs and wounds, you are all of the time the beingness of love. And then what comes out of you at that point are all the beautiful things that we usually associate with love.
Yeah. I think that because we are all source, and my belief is that source is unconditional love.
Yes.
We all have love in us and around us all the time.
Yes.
It's just that the things that traumatize us, and the shadow is kind of like dirt on windows. The more of it you get, the less of the love you see existing all the time. So I honestly think in many ways it's not a question of is there love, it's whether or not I can clear what's in the way of experiencing what's always there.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Not all of us love the same way, and a lot of people speak of love styles or different love models. I'd love it if you can share your thoughts on that. And I know from my own experience that love models can clash. In other words, I may do something for you that feels very loving to me, and it's a natural expression of my love, but it may be very far from what you perceive as loving. What's your thoughts on, because now there's probably 5 or 6 books out there on love styles, love models, and things like that. And I've read several of them. A lot of them are unfortunately have Christian orientation to them, which to me is a bit challenging as a therapist because I can see the pathology in the offering. And it's kind of like, just as they say, it's hard to change a man's belief system when his paycheck depends on it. And it's hard to change the way a person sees the world when they haven't healed their programming.
Yep, exactly.
So what's your take on all the different kind of concepts of love models?
Well, what the teachings that flow through me are, we have to understand that expressions of love, if they really truly are expressions of love, then they are love, period.
Yeah.
And it's what I, circling back to what I was describing before, is the beingness of love. Where people get trapped is they focus on things like, oh, I understand more about myself because I've learned what the 5 love languages are, for example.
Right.
And so I speak this language and my partner speaks that love language. And that is lovely. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's great. If that's what your human personality likes to express in this lifetime as love, that's wonderful. There's nothing wrong with it. Here's where we get trapped. That, let's say my love language is, quality time or physical affection, and my partner's is gift giving, for example. Then every time my partner gives gifts, I'm like, I don't show appreciation, or I feel unloved.
Yeah.
Oh, what program am I running? Selfishness, entitlement, arrogance. Why am I running those programs? How dare I say his expression of love, which is selfless. It really truly is love. He's giving gifts because he wants to show me love. How dare I run a program of entitlement and arrogance and rejection of love because he's not doing it in the way that I tell him he must do it for me to feel loved. Oh, how old am I? I'm acting like an immature, unhealed child.
But most people don't even tell the other person what makes them feel loved. They just react negatively, passive-aggressive behavior.
Yep.
So it just builds up until it finally blows, and that's what brings a big battle or a divorce or something.
And that's
like that.
learning what programs how am I actually showing up versus how I like to think I'm showing up.
Yes.
So when we get in that trap of you have to be this exact certain specific way in order for me to feel loved, I have a lot of healing and growing up to do.
Yes.
There's a lot of inner child wounds there that need to be seen and brought to the surface to say, oh my God, I really don't give a shit about gifts, but you know what? The fact that he always gives me gifts is the most incredible, wonderful, selfless, loving. I have the most amazing partner.
Yes.
And now I can shift into grace and gratitude for the love that he is showing me. That's the place we need to be. And guess what? I don't need him to show me love to feel loved. That's the other mistake we make.
Yes.
Because if I heal myself and I am whole and I am the love that I truly am, no one outside of me needs to make me feel loved. I feel love for myself all the time. That's power.
Yes, it is. It's freedom.
It's freedom.